Hey, Lawn Dogs, it's Floyd with Honor Lawn Care, honorlawncare.com. Hey, welcome to Coffee with Floyd. I am doing some work, so I figured I'd go live and we'll do some chatting if you guys are on there. If not, I'm going to be quiet and I'm just going to work. People show up and talk. We'll talk. But until then, I'm just going to work. So, got a couple contracts in and I'm going to get those in. So, here we go. Ugh. Mute. What's up, Deputy? How's it going? Hey, there's a stream if you want to jump on. Oh, I gotta figure out how to pop out chat. Cause I really don't need this. So yeah, I got a couple contracts in, Deputy, and I'm working and figured I'd go live and see what's going on. Let me get into the office, all right? All right, weekly schedule. Where the heck is that stream? Hey, JT, what's going on? Hey, there's the stream if you want to jump on. This one. Hey, Captain. How you guys doing today? Just doing some work. Figured I'd go do some streaming. A couple contracts came in yesterday and gonna try to get those on the schedule and put in the yard books and learn more yard books. I'm glad you stopped by, JT. I'm glad you stopped by. I know you're a busy guy. Yeah, I try to shoot for. I'm usually up by 6, just because I hope get the kids off to school, wife off to work. She goes to work. I usually make breakfast for everybody, and then by 9 o'clock, I try to come downstairs and work till lunch, and then after lunch, I kind of try to take care of household stuff. Well, my kids and wife think I'm a stay-at-home dad, but I mean, I'm kind of getting my, I'm getting disability pay from the VA and other stuff. So it is what it is, and I run this business. But so I try to do that. My biggest balance I'm having right now, my biggest problem I'm having right now is finding balance in my life with the business, the coaching, the spending time with the wife. I think she's feeling a little neglected lately, so I'm trying to figure that out. And so that's kind of my schedule right now. So I might do this maybe a couple times a week, at least during the winter months. But once we're outside, this coffee with Floyd will stop till next winter. Chances are it will. Hey, no problem, JT, man. I don't regret it one bit. I can tell you that. With all the issues with political issues and stuff, I don't regret going in the military. We got to see the world. We were stationed in Germany for 3 years and then Colorado before we moved here. Let's see here. Okay, so she's in there. There she is. Save. Yeah. It would have been nice to retire. I didn't retire. I joined at 31 and got out at 41. So I just did 10 years. Joined really late. Plan was to retire, but stuff came up and family issues here and my personal injuries and issues. So it was time for me to go. I couldn't keep up with them young ones. It's hard to be 41 years old taking orders and stuff from 22-year-old lieutenants, and I was like, nah, I'm done. You guys want to jump on? Jump on. Here. All right, let's see here. Now I got to go to Google Earth. I mean, StreamYard is pretty free. It's free. I don't pay for the subscription. As you can tell, I don't have a green screen. That's what's behind me. Oh, here we go. Deputy.
Hey, brother, what's
Sorry
up?
that took so long.
That's all right. It's all right. I know there goes the neighborhood when I get up here, so you know I don't
Well, I'm
blame
not
you
used
guys.
to this. I can turn my volume up.
I'm trying to figure it out for myself too, brother. I just started the YouTube channel, so
Yeah,
I'm
me
learning
too.
right along with you.
I think, well, I started it when I started the business, but I really probably put into it a lot in the last month, which is kind of irritating my wife, actually. So I'm trying to get her. I want her to come down and see what I'm doing, so she thinks I'm not on here just talking to like a bunch of young women and stuff, you know?
Yeah, man. Yeah, we do the Lawn Stars thing, and my wife's finally on board now. At first, she was a little worried because we're loud and crazy, and
Yeah,
just having fun.
that's all it is, learning and having fun.
Oh yeah, have you checked those guys out?
Lawn Stars? Yeah, I watch
Yeah,
them.
they're funny as all
I
get
kind
out.
of I liked it when they started doing parodies and stuff. I liked their videos. And I stay out of all that drama crap, whatever that happened. But when they kept doing the same parody of the same guy, it kind of got a little old for me. I mean, they were still funny, but I was like, okay, do parodies of everybody. Don't just keep doing the one guy. I get that there was issues, but
we're back to doing parodies of 2 or 3 different companies on that it's kind of moved on a little bit, and I'm kind of glad to see it myself too.
Yeah, me too. I'm glad too. Because I mean, I learn from everybody, so it's awesome. And then I talked to Ben at Acme about 6 months ago. I said somebody needs to do a parody of the Lawn Stars.
Yeah, that would be
I haven't
funny.
seen
I would
one.
like to see you guys do that and keep up with us, brother.
Oh no, I mean,
Come on now.
yeah,
Break out the wigs and the costumes, son. Don't be afraid.
it would be fun. It would be fun.
Yeah, I mean, if you can't laugh at yourself, who can you laugh at?
No, exactly. And as long as it's, I mean, laughing at yourself, is always, in my opinion, a way to. I mean, everybody makes mistakes. Everybody messes up. You laugh at yourself for them. We were talking to my kids about that the other day. About like, you'll make those dope moments all the time, and you'll know as soon as you make them. Like, why did I do that? Like, oh my gosh, laugh at yourself. Learn from it.
So I'm glad to see that your snowblower survived.
Yeah, me too. I gotta put that piece back on. I haven't messed with it yet, and it's still rolling. I mean, the wheel's crooked as hell, but it's still rolling, so it's good.
That been the shaft or just the plastic wheel?
Just a plastic wheel. It's not. It's really cheap. It's just a bar with two wheels, almost like a wheelbarrow type of, the bar and the two wheels. So it's not that big a deal. Yeah, and then the chute thing on top, it just popped off, so it just needs to pop back on. But yeah, I was driving on the road, turned the corner, my tailgate fell down, and it went sliding across the road, and I'm like, oh my god! Like, turned my lights on and got out and grabbed it. And
dude, I had one of my mowers slide off the back of a trailer one time when I was real young and first started, and it did it at a busy intersection and rolled over to the sidewalk. Man, you're talking about a scared joker. I was afraid someone was going to hit it or it was going to hit somebody's car. I'm like, holy shit.
It's not the lawnmower, or it's not the snowblower lawnmower you're worried about. It's the people behind you. I was like, oh my god, did I just cause a wreck? But luckily, snowblower is like 3 a.m. There's nobody on the roads. But
the damn tie down strap broke. I'm going to tell you, when I got home, I put a chain on it with a lock. It wasn't coming off no damn more. It had to rip the whole trailer apart.
Jeez.
I was like, yeah, this is it. I'm done with this bullshit. When you first start out, you don't have equipment with gates and all that. You're using homemade ramps and shit and tying them on, throwing them in the bed of the truck, whatever you got to make money.
Yeah, I bought my first trailer. It was a cheap one, and I still use it. It was just last year, but it's that gate's heavy as hell. Oh my, it's 2 gates, but they're so heavy, it's ridiculous. And I don't have those wire, I forget what they're called, the gate helpers and nothing. So it is what it is, but they get heavy after a day.
Oh yeah, I mean, we've graduated to bigger and better trailers now, but I look back at some of the still photos of the things and times that I first got started. I'm like, wow, man, how did I ever survive that first year?
How long you been doing it?
I've been doing it since, I was doing it as a kid, but full time since 2009. 2007, 2008, I had some health issues and couldn't do anything, and got pissed off because they said I wasn't going to walk again and a couple other things, and proved them wrong. And then just started and said, here we go. Then relocated. It was a good choice.
Yeah. I'm happy with it. I tell you, I was telling my wife and my buddy about it the other day. My dad, I said, there's actually nothing better feeling than when you're done with a yard and you walk away and you're like instant satisfaction that, man, that looks good. It's a nice and it's relaxing. I enjoy it. So I'm glad. I wish I had started a while ago, but I had some other things I had to take care of in life, apparently.
Absolutely, man. We all have our spots, and it's going to take time, no matter who you are, to get started in doing that. But you're well on your way.
Yeah.
And I see you're doing good things, man. And
I'm trying.
I like it. I'm digging it, man. I'm digging it.
I'm trying. I got something I got pitched by the wife tonight about the GIE, trying to get her to see if she wants to go. I want to go this year, and I don't know if she's going to be up for it because we have a Halloween party that very next Friday that we're throwing, or that Saturday. So it'd be GIE, then we got our Halloween party. So
Yeah,
it's like,
you can do it. You're still
oh,
young. You can do it.
yeah.
You know, just delegate someone to help you set up all the decorations and things, or do it before you leave.
Yeah, that's what,
You know what I mean?
most of my decorations are up before I leave. I'm a big decorator. Like, I put Chevy Chase to shame when it comes to hot Christmas. I bet my lights synchronize the music and all that, and I kind of do a big Halloween one too. But when we moved from Colorado to here, our yard got a lot bigger, so my Halloween decorations are spread out more. It's not nearly as scary as it used to be. I used to like I don't want kids coming up to my yard knocking on the door. It's scary. But I've struggled with that here because the yard's so big. So it's like, I don't have the Halloween decorations like I do Christmas. I have a lot of Christmas. So,
Right on.
hey, good morning, everyone.
There's good money into that. The decorating,
Yeah,
Christmas lights hanging up and taking them down.
I'm actually trying to do that. I had 2 customers last year. One of them's Herman Miller. It's a big furniture making company in Muskegon here, and then just a small residential. I helped put it light up her tree. So it just I didn't advertise it as well that well last year, so I'm gonna try to push it a little bit more this year because there is money in that.
Yeah, bro.
And I wasn't too happy. The city here does Main Street, and I'm like, man, I could do so much better than them. They looked so bad. My opinion, just my opinion.
Right on. Yeah, our little town, we only have 2 stoplights, so there's not much to hang on. You know what it's like in the thumb of Michigan.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've been over here. We're in Millington, and if you blink going through town, you just miss the whole town.
Yeah.
It's
nice though, man. I've been I think the farthest over there I've been is Oscoda.
Yeah.
Back when I think the Air Force Base was still open, because my stepmother was in the Air Force and she was stationed there before they closed. I know there's a big lawsuit or something going on with them right now. I think I told her about it, but I don't think I've actually been to the tip of the thumb.
But we're basically right in the center of the thumb.
Okay.
So
I've been all the way north, as far north as you can go in Michigan. Obviously everybody, I think if you live in the UP or Lower Peninsula, you've been to Detroit.
Yeah, and I have family up there and I'm still a troll, because I live under the bridge.
Yep.
Whatever. I'll be a troll. I don't care. I'm not dealing with 8 foot of snow in a snowing, My aunt sent a picture that her porch is like 5.5 foot off the ground, and it snowed one time, and it was above the porch steps, and couldn't find her cars, and it took them 9 hours to dig it out with a backhoe. No, that's not for me.
No, I like snow. I'm actually when we were in Colorado, I struggled a couple winters. We didn't have much snow, and I'm like, man, I like the 4 seasons. I really do. And but I can handle a foot of snow. I ain't living where there's burying your car. I think I've seen some guys on here in Minnesota talking about that. I'm like, no, why? Why do you want to live like that? I mean, it's like, at least in a foot of snow, 2 foot of snow, I can still go outside and do things. As long as I dress warm for it. But when you get that much snow, you're like hibernating for the winter.
Exactly. I see my brother by a different mother down there in the comments. Good morning, Ranger. How are you, brother?
Yeah, I see Ranger's here. I think this is the first time he's been on mine. I don't know. I'm still learning this. It's awesome to have some of you guys from Lawn Stars on here. It's pretty cool.
Oh, man, we always try to support the real people.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what you're doing is real, and I like it. It's kind of more raw and uncut. That's exactly where I want to go with my channel. I'm trying to put a mini series together, the real, and getting started. And it doesn't take the latest and greatest. I mean, if you go over and check it out, I'm throwing up the oldest equipment that we have. You know what I mean? That still works and still making us dollars. And I'm just trying to show that, the young guys coming up, that it doesn't take, the latest and greatest to get started. You can't get that your first 5 years. It's just not going to happen.
Mm-hmm. That's why you have so many children in Minnesota. And they're all born in August, right?
Yeah,
hey,
that's crazy.
Later, Ranger. You got to go to work.
Yeah, he needs to make money so he can send me costumes. I mean,
He,
did I say that out loud?
Ranger lives down south, don't he?
Yeah, he's
So you
down
don't
there.
have the snow. Yeah,
They got snow in North Carolina, and we didn't get none here. I was kind of
I know. I saw that on the news.
shaking my head. It's craziness, man. The plowing season for us has been nil to none.
This is my first year doing it, and I just did it to see how I liked it, and I'm hoping I don't have to do it next year. I'm
You
not a
don't.
fan of it.
Do you have a plow?
I don't mind. Yeah, I got plow. I don't mind plowing. I don't like dealing with the hours. I don't like dealing with the customers about it because you have I set the 2-inch limit, right? The 2-inch
Activation, yeah.
hit point. Well, some of them want it before 2 inches still. They're not happy. And then if you show up too early, they're upset. If you show up not fast enough, they're upset. It seems like I don't know. And I'm new to it. So it seems like I struggle with getting that right. And also, I don't like waking up at 2 o'clock in the morning to go plow. I just don't like doing it.
Well, bro, here's the thing. If you have them under written contract,
I do.
You make sure that you leave a copy there. And when it gets to 1 inch and they're calling you, and you just say, would you please refer to your contract? We have a 2-inch activation, but if you want me to come for additional money, I will come. If you have, prepay, we do mostly prepay plows.
Right.
So they pay for the season.
Was, yeah.
And, but for additional money, we'll come. It says right there in the contract, we have a 2-inch activation. Until we get 2 inches, you're not going to see me. If it's 2 inches or more, you'll see me. And you'll see me as many times as it takes to keep it clear. That's the unlimited plowing at 2 inches or more. Not at an inch and a quarter, not at an inch, not at an ice storm. It's snow. So,
Yeah.
you just have to learn to get tough skin and tell them, and some will drop you and then you'll pick up others. So it's just a game. You got to play.
Yeah. And that's fine. And I'm gonna kind of try to plan for plowing next year. I am. Like I said, I enjoy it when I'm actually plowing. It's fun. But we'll see how it goes. I don't know. I'm still up in the air about it. Sometimes it's okay. Sometimes it's not. I do know one thing. I do got a couple clients that are a bit of a ways away, and they're not coming back next year. I already know. I already talked to them about it. I said it's just too much. But when you're sure starting out, I'm kind of taking everybody that would call. Yeah. But next year, it's like, nope. I'm not. I already told them. I said I'll finish this year. I made a commitment to you guys, but next year, you're gonna have to find somebody else.
Yeah,
and they understand. They understood.
The commute for me is my own fault because I wanted to move farther away from town. We had a small farm south of here, and it seems like the people were just encroaching all the time, and that it's just like, wow. And there was an interstate that ran behind the place, and it seemed like someone was always coming through the field wanting to use the phone or get gas or something, and I'm like, there's no trespassing.
Ask to use the phone.
Yeah, there's no trespassing signs for a reason, people.
Right.
I mean, I like to go out and plink once in a while, and I didn't want nobody, walking through something that I was plinking at because I didn't see them pop out of the woods. You're not wearing hunter's orange during August. It just don't happen.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to get farther out of town. So the commute's my fault. But I deal with it.
Yeah, I got skids, Captain. Hey, Diego. Ralph.
I make sparks.
Well, I got one skid. I was plowing and I went off a curb, not a curb. I was pushing snow over the curb, and I came back. One of my skids caught and bent and snapped off. So right now I got one skid. So,
Tractor Supply has them for like $30.
Yeah, we got them right on the road. I just haven't. I'm like, I'm not that worried about it. We haven't got enough. If we were out pushing like crazy, I'd probably go get one. But I'm not that worried about it.
No, I don't do any gravel driveways anymore because of that fact. I mean, they're they get in the way when you're doing your commercial stuff and when you're back dragging. They leave those trails. People don't like it because it won't go all the way down to the concrete. So you pull them off, and putting them back on is a pain when it's 20 degrees outside or below. No, I'm just not dealing with all that.
So you actually get better if they're not on closer to the concrete.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
Oh yeah.
I
Because
don't have any. I don't have any gravel drive. So I wonder if I should take my other one off and just do it. Try it.
as long as you put it in float mode when you're back dragging, you'll be fine.
In what mode?
Float.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't have down pressure anyway. It's old. It's old West.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I usually have to back drag 2 or 3 times to get it all. That's my biggest frustration right now. Is I got old school equipment, and some of the properties I do take me a lot longer than what they would if I had like a V plow or down pressure or even back blades, which I have. I see all these people out with back blades, and I've never seen one truck yet use them.
Right.
Out using them.
I gotta go let my pup out. He's over here bothering me. He wants to go out. There must
all right.
be
Yeah, actually thinking about going to get more coffee. I might take advantage of that. We'll be
a
back.
deer out. All right, brother.
I'm back. Going to coffee.
Come on. Morning.
Come on, buddy. You can come down. Ugh. I used the bathroom while I went up there too.
Yeah, it's a perfect opportunity. Sometimes you just gotta go.
Yeah. I'm like, well, I'm up here. Might as well go real quick.
Well, that's a pretty nice office setup you got there.
It's not bad. So that little desk behind me was what I was working on for the longest time. And when I bought out that other lawn company in February, I'm like, man, I was doing contracts and everything, and I worked off that. But it was just so small. I had no room to spread anything out. So I just bought honestly, it's a cheap $200 desk off Amazon that I'm working on right now, a little L-shaped one here. With the 2 monitors and stuff. It's a lot better. It's a lot better. Now I use that for what you see it over there. Collection.
Yeah, that's why I don't show nothing but just the window in the background and maybe the wall over there, because the office is pretty messy all the time. It seems like that I can never keep the paperwork straight.
I try to keep that clean back there. This desk on my right and left of the monitors is pretty nasty over here and stuff. But morning, is it Noxus? How do you say? I haven't. Noxus.
Noxus.
Noxus. Yeah, I always see Captain on here. You're on here a lot. Ralph's trucking. He's on here all the time.
Yeah. You got some pretty loyal followers, and you're doing it the right way. You're not going to the grow streams and live streams and all that and trying to grow. You're just letting word of mouth and this guy's sharing it.
I'm trying. I did hit a couple growth streams last week, but I actually, it's funny you said that, because yesterday I said, you know what, I'm done. I'm done with that. I don't want to do it that way. I didn't even know that was a thing until I stumbled across it. And I'm like, and I tried it a couple times. I'm like, yeah, that's not for me. I did it a couple times, but I'm like, it's not for me. I'm pretty much done with those. I am done with those, because it's just. But I didn't know until I tried it. I was like, well, what is this? What is this? And
yeah. I don't want to be picking up people that aren't interested in lawn care and what's going on. You know what
And
I
that's
mean?
what I come to find out. And now, I'm subscribed to channels that I'm never going to watch. And I'm like, why am I doing this? I was thinking about it all night last night. Why am I doing this? Because I'm not going to watch cooking shows on here. And not that they're bad channels. I'm not going to watch them. That's not for me. That's not why I'm doing this. So, I mean, I learned.
Exactly. I want my grandchildren to be able to come back and watch this and say, look, this is where Granddad started, and this is what he had to do.
And that's exactly why I started this. Was for that reason. I don't think out of all my kids, maybe my youngest one she's a little more like me. She might kind of work into the business. I don't know what she's gonna do with her life, but I wanted to do something there. Say look at where we're at. Look at how we grew. And look where we're at now. Look where we're at now. Basically, like what you said. Hey, this was Grandpa. That's the plan.
Oh, Noxus is right down here near us. He's in Fenton and Holly area. Well, that's cool. Maybe we should go have lunch sometimes, Noxus, and pick each other's brain and see what we can learn.
Yeah.
That's what I love about this community is we're competitors, but at the same time, we can collaborate and get things done when one needs another hand once you get to know someone,
Yeah, absolutely. And like when I pulled in, when I got here, the company I bought, Clean Cuts, Mark, I wasn't here a month after I got with the Chamber of Commerce, and then he pulled into my driveway. He kind of told me his story with his business, Clean Cuts, introduced himself, and that's when we started talking about, he wanted to get out of running the business because of teaching. Went from there, but it was like I didn't realize how well this community can work together without being vicious towards each other.
Oh, yeah.
And
man, there's Ace Outdoor Services here. The Aaron Whitmer owns it, and he's like a multimillionaire now, but he still tosses work my way all the time, knowing, you know what I mean? If he doesn't want to fool with it or doesn't have the time for it or the guys, and I do the same thing. If I get something that's way out of my scope, but he has people that can handle it and has room on his schedule, I just, I give him the lead and, dimensions or whatever I have done, and I'll just put it on his desk and walk out. And the receptionist, they kind of look at me funny sometimes when I just make myself at home, but he tells them, hey,
what was that guy?
Who he is? Aaron Whitmer.
Okay.
Yeah. He's a really good dude. He's Ace Outdoor Solutions. So huge company here in Genesee County.
Well, that's awesome. Knox has been sober for 5 years, huh? I'm not really much. I drink, but I'm like maybe a beer every 2 nights now, but not much of a drinker. Second pot of mud. I hope he's really like making cement.
No, he's talking about coffee.
Oh.
Us older guys, we like our spoon to stand up in it when we get it out of the pot.
I drink mine black. I don't put none of that crap in it. But I don't know if I make it mud.
No, I haven't, Noxus. I haven't heard of them yet, but I'm sure that if I see them now, I will recognize them. To tell you the truth, when I'm driving around and stuff like that, I'm so focused on driving and where I'm going that I really don't see anyone unless they're ahead of me or beside me at a stoplight. It's crazy to think like that.
People are like, "Did you see me at past you?" I'm like, "No, I'm driving. I'm not looking for people I know in cars." It's like I don't understand it. I'm always getting yelled at by my friends and my wife. Even my wife, she's like, "I drove right by you." I'm like, "I didn't see you. I was watching the road."
Yeah, I'm only 9 miles north of Clio. So, but it's fun being out here though. When you're actually off the main roads and you get onto the back roads to come home, it's like everybody on the road, and they'll wave at you coming in and out. And if you don't wave back, they'll stop in and ask you why you didn't wave.
Yeah.
You know, did our family do something to you that wronged you or something? I mean, you can't wave at us no more or what? Like,
My
geez,
buddy,
man, I just didn't see you.
we're at so Fremont's kind of a small town, a farming town. I wouldn't say it's small, but it's definitely a farming town. And we my buddy lives in town, and we were at a stoplight, and he turned a corner, and he just stopped in the middle of the road, gets out of his truck, comes over and talks to him. I'm like, what are you doing, dude? We moved from Colorado Springs, which is huge. I mean, like Grand Rapids, huge. So the small town living is new to us in a lot of ways.
Yeah, it's different out here.
Yeah, him pulling over like that and just getting out and talking to me was like, what are you doing, dude? You're gonna die.
Yeah, dude. We went out to my grandson's birthday party, and on the road back, there was a guy come out of his driveway, and it was so icy that he just slid off into the ditch, you know. And we're like, I can try to pull you out, but I really don't know where I'm going to hook to you, with the plow and the salter on the truck. But we'll give it a try and see what happens, And he's like, well, I just don't see any place to hook up. I'm like, under the plow to the bars, it'll raise up if need be. We'll just run the chain under the plow. He's like, I don't want to tear your plow off. I'm like, I don't want you to tear my plow off either, but you can't stay in the ditch all night,
Right.
And he's like, well, do I need to pay you? I'm like, pay me for what? I'm just helping you out, man.
Yep. Hey, if anybody else wants to come up, there's a link. Just be friendly. That's all that really I ask. Trying to find this address in Google Earth, and it's not finding it. And I know it's a real address.
Yeah.
Because I mailed it to her there.
Yeah. And Google won't bring it up?
No, it's not. I'm just gonna go Google Maps and see. But Google Earth isn't pulling it up.
Well, if Google Earth ain't pulling it up, there's something odd about the address. Maybe you got a letter wrong on the zip code, or
no, I mailed it to her. And she mailed it back to me, so she got it. Let's see. I don't know.
When you go to Google Maps and
Google Maps found it just fine, but Google Earth isn't.
Yeah, our farmhouse is like 2,000 feet from where it's actually at. I'm like, that's not where it's at, guys. I mean, I don't know how you map this, but this is way wrong.
Yeah, it's off here too.
And the old house, they still had the old people's cars in it. And we were there for like 8 years, and they still were showing the people that we bought it from's vehicles in the driveway. And I changed all the landscape, and it had the old landscape up there for the photo. And I'm like, well, gee, thanks for putting my business on the map and giving the wrong photo of the shop and everything, guys.
Yeah. When I first joined the Army, we moved like 4 houses within like 3 years. It was ridiculous, and at one time in Google Earth, we had our stuff in the photo for the three different addresses. I was like, oh, yep, that was our pool, that was our driveway, that's our cars, and it's all caught up now. But yeah, it was pretty funny.
It's you, brother. Hi, Mick.
Hey,
Mick Mowers. I think he's from the UK. He's that train guy. I think. And the Captain Jack Scrapper, he's funny. Have you ever watched this stuff?
I watch him a lot.
Trying to nail the.
No, Mick is from the UK. I actually was on his channel yesterday for the first time, or was it yesterday or 2 days ago? That's when I first met him. So
yeah, he's a trip. He comes.
Mick, come on up too, man. Come say hi. I put the link back up again.
Did you see where the Whirly's got his calendar that he sent over for the charity?
No.
Bro, that was so funny when Steve opened that up. I loved it.
I was actually thinking about doing something. I was going to call a bunch of people and, do some research of a charity for. Well, I don't want to put it out there yet, but I just I got to do some research. I don't want to like open my mouth and nothing happen.
Yeah, I would like to too, but I don't want it to come through YouTube or StreamYards
No, it
or any of
won't
that.
YouTube.
I want it.
Only reason I'm using YouTube for it is to get a hold of people like you and let's Ben from Acme or something like that.
Yeah.
But other than that, it won't be a stream or anything.
Yeah, we do our donations kind of on the sly and the quiet, and
Yeah.
Just there's certain organizations we'll support, and there's some that we just won't support anymore. It's especially when they come out of the news and you find out that 90% of your donation isn't going to the cause; it's going to support the administration.
Yeah. I mean, some of those. I mean, I understand what you're saying, and I do agree with you. I do. But some of those businesses, like people like, the Goodwill CEO makes, 6 figures a year. Well, somebody's got to, it's a business. Somebody's got to run it full time, to a point. He's making a lot of money. I get that, but I don't let it bother me. I don't do too much with Goodwill or anything. Not because of that reason. I shop there. I do shop there once in a while.
I do too, man. There's no better place to go get work pants, for $2, something you're going to rip through briars and on the fences and everything else. And they're uniforms that somebody's quit, and they've only worn them a couple of times. They're all fresh washed and pressed, and pocketed T-shirts that I'm going to have the wife do the iron on, plastic name tags and stuff for. Costumes,
We're doing a Goodwill date. Me and my wife and my cousins and their wives and stuff are all going to go shop for each other, pick out outfits from Goodwill, and then we're going to go to some fancy place to eat and go out and, they basically, you got to wear what they buy for you. So we're all going to look silly as hell.
Oh yeah, because somebody's going to mess with somebody. It's
going to be fun. But this year we're doing it just for our spouses. So I'm buying for my wife. She's going to buy for me. I'm trying to get it so we buy for other couples, because that to me would be funnier. I'm gonna try to record it, but I haven't got everybody in my circle on board with this whole YouTube thing yet. So I'm working on it. My kids aren't against it; they understand it better than anybody else. But hey, Captain.
Ahoy, mateys.
What's up, brother?
Hey, I forget. I was going to go back in the live stream, and then I realized, wait, I have to wait till the live stream is done in order to go back to hear what you said earlier that I missed, Deputy. You said you were in the middle of the thumb. What area? What town?
Millington.
Yeah.
I'm outside of Millington. I guess I'm closer to Arbella, but most people don't know where Arbella Township is.
Okay.
Because we only have one building here for the community center and everything, and it's only like 40 by 60 or something.
Okay. All right. I'm familiar with the Carroll area a little bit, although I haven't been up there in many years. But I just thought, hey, I should ask you. If you were from that neck of the woods, you might know some people I know.
I just got up here and have met just most of the neighbors, the farmers that are mainly on our road.
Fruity beans.
A couple of miles, yeah.
Fruity beans.
And the people at the country store, we only have one store that doesn't have gas. It just has, a package store with snacks and things. And people there go, and when they see you walking out, oh, you're the new guy that moved over. And then you strike up a conversation and get to know somebody new, and it's really cool, man.
So I'm looking right now, Captain. Where are you at again?
I'm in Sparta.
Oh, you're not far from me.
Yeah, I'm like 45 minutes south of you.
That's right. We talked about that. Yeah. I'm looking at the map right now. You know what's kind of in the middle of us? Mount Pleasant.
Yeah.
Hey, we could we could do a video up there losing our money.
Oh, I do lose my money.
My grandkids are in Weedman.
Okay.
So that's real close to you, I'm sure.
Wheatland, I think.
Yeah,
So it's
Wheatland.
funny. I left for 2
Wheatland.
years, and I'm trying to learn
Weedman, yeah.
everything
Wheat.
at is again.
I know where Wheatland is. That's
No,
up by Remus.
it's Weedman. It's over there by the casinos and everything.
Yeah,
It's like
Wheatland. They
it's
have
like
a musical concert there every summer.
yeah.
That's up by Remus, and that's only about 25 miles to the west of Mount Pleasant.
Yeah, she's like 20, 25, 30 miles west of Mount Pleasant, northwest of
Yeah,
Mount Pleasant.
yeah, I know where that is.
Weidman. Weedman.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah,
Yeah, I see it right now.
yeah. So last year she came down and helped me when I was having problems with finding help, and I was so overwhelmed with work that I just couldn't get it all done in a day. Um, she took off some time from teaching and came down and helped me. Man, that was the greatest help ever. And I never thought that one of my daughters would actually be a better worker than men that I'd hired. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Oh,
She's never done this before for, day in and day out, just around the house a little bit. And she's smoking you guys. What the hell?
last fall I had to recruit my wife and my mother to help me with a fall cleanup because it was quite a big. I kind of overextended myself. I'm like, I'll pay you with a manicure type thing, but man, my mom and my wife, man, they destroyed the workers. They just went because they wanted out of there. They wanted done is what it was. But they busted their asses. It was great. I couldn't appreciate it more.
She was working on getting her a new house, and she was a little short, but she's never one to ask her mom and I for anything really,
Quinny.
But she'll work for it, and she did. She came and worked, and she was very happy to get it, and we were glad to help her. I mean, because it just becomes such a great help and relief to me. I don't know how to thank her enough for it, but we try, and she's just like, "Oh, Dad, you'd have done it for me if it was the other shoe," that kind of thing,
Feeling it right there. That's Quinn.
Ahoy, Quinn.
We named her after Harley Quinn.
I got to go and let my pup
I
in.
got that. a romance novel.
Well, we got her right after that Suicide Squad came out movie, and she fits the bill. I tell you, she's a pain in the butt.
That's great. That's what you want. I lost my Lestat 2 days ago. He was 17.
Where are you going? Yeah, she's still pretty young. And nothing. I hate losing pets, man. Even the two dogs. I got 2 dogs upstairs. Well, yeah, Jack's not laying there, and I don't really. My wife's a dog person. I'm not against dogs, and I just they're just a lot more needy. I guess cats you can fill their bowl up for a weekend and leave, or dogs you can't leave them for a weekend.
Yeah, that's true.
And
I do miss my Riley. He's been gone almost 2 years, but I shed a tear every now and then. he's buried out here outside the kitchen window. He's got a little gravestone and all that.
Oh, we look like we're some kind of evil villain. I'm getting you, Inspector Gadget.
Inspector Gadget. Hey, Deputy Cruz is back.
Hi, buddy. Yeah, I had to go let my pup in. That was a deer in the backyard, and he wouldn't leave me alone,
We got a lot of Amish here. My dogs go crazy when they go down the road with their horse buggies. It's like, good job. You scared it away.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about setting my trail cam up out here on the motion activation.
Yeah.
So that when the tractors go by and the cars go by, that I can put it over there on the channel and say, you're in the woods when this is your traffic for the day.
Lay down.
I've got some footage of a couple of squirrels and chipmunks fighting out there over some corn. And it's just funny as all get out, but I've got it uploaded to the computer, but YouTube is fighting me for putting it up for some reason. I don't know why.
Is your
not wanting to work?
Are your trail cams motion activated? That's when they start recording.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Is it a video or just pictures?
Most during hunting season, I just have still photos. Like now, when it's just the squirrels and whatever, and I'm not really worried about battery life. When they're dead, they're dead.
Yeah.
I bring them in. I put it on video, and I keep it down to like 3 minutes.
Okay.
So 3 to 5 minutes. I mean,
I've got animals around here, that they deserve to be filmed. They do some crazy stuff.
oh, bro, it's so funny to watch a chipmunk and a little tiny red squirrel
Oh,
go at it over an ear of corn that neither one of them can pick up, but they keep trying, and
oh,
they'll
I
pick
know.
it up and then they'll fall face first. Their little legs are dangling in the air.
Then about that time, a great big old crow or a blue jay comes in and takes it all.
Yeah, yeah, or a bigger squirrel. Yeah, it's just funny. It's funny. It's
Yeah, we got a flock of turkeys out back every once in a while, and about 12 years ago, my wife was carrying my middle child in her little, car seat or whatever, and at my dad's house, a flock of turkeys kind of chased her. So my wife's a little timid about turkeys now.
Oh wow!
And we have a flock that comes in our backyard every once in a while in the new house here.
Yeah.
And, they were out there, and my wife released the dogs. She released just to get them out of the yard because she didn't want them there. And it was funny because they flew away up into the trees. And my wife's like, "What? Turkeys can fly?"
they're a bird.
And it was I wish I would have been recording it because it was hilarious.
The house right.
We got like a fake turkey in the backyard now. They don't really come around. We got like a plastic turkey and they don't come around. So I pick on her because I move it around, but that's really why I grabbed it, because I knew putting it in my yard would kind of keep them out.
If you have a garden, a plastic owl works real well to keep out the critters, the rabbits and whatnot.
I do have a plastic owl because I used to have chickens.
Yeah.
And chickens are good with it.
We get turkeys every now and then. Across the street from me, the house borders the park, and the turkeys come in from wherever they come in from, and they'll actually get up on his roof. They don't come across the street and get on mine, but they'll be across the street and get on his roof. One of these days, my camera will be ready. It's funny to watch.
When I plant seedlings to keep the animals out, I use the old pie plates on a string and a post, and the wind blows and moves that, and it even keeps the martins and things out of my strawberries.
Yeah,
it's just,
I had to do that. On one of my old farmhouse. I had a woodpecker problem, so I did the pie plate thing, and they stopped chattering away at the T111.
Yeah, that stuff. It's amazing all the trips and tricks you can learn from the elders if you just sit and listen to them.
Yeah.
Just and then try it, and if it don't work, we'll try something else, That's how inventions are come about,
God, I hope you're not going into heat.
Yeah, you hope not. Keep her inside for
she's been inside that, but we never got her fixed, and we always say we're gonna, we just never seem to do it, and she don't. It's like this cat doesn't realize how much I love her, but she never comes around to me unless she's in heat. And she wants that attention. So she doesn't act like she's in heat right now, but sometimes she does this before she goes into heat.
There are so many jokes I could make out of that.
Yeah, me too.
We're not rated R. I'm going to keep it child-friendly.
Yeah, we don't want to get kicked off the internet forever.
No, I know.
Oh. But you keep loading the gun, man.
It's fun. This is fun about the YouTube world, though. Like, I got to get my wife down here because she doesn't know what we do, and I'm like, this is why it's fun.
Oh, yeah.
Deputy and I'll probably scare her away.
I'll make sure you're not.
She'll think you've gone. She'll think you've gone over the edge or something.
Man.
Hey, Floyd, did your daughter, did she see the email about the ship in the bottle stuff?
Yeah, I talked to her about it.
Oh, good.
She's I know it's funny because she was like asking about that the other day, like how they get ships in a bottle, and I'm like, I don't know, little tools. It's like, and then I saw it in your background that video, and that's why.
Yeah, it's floating around here somewhere. Let's see. I change my background every now and then when I can, because I can't go out to the motor home and film right now. It's just too damn cold.
Yeah.
Maybe in a couple days. But yeah, here she is.
Yeah.
Like I said they probably formed the bottle around the ship. I don't know.
Well, when I was a kid, I thought that. I thought that's how it was done, but no, that's not how it's done. Whoa.
No. I'd like to see how that's done one time and try it myself.
Well, there's
patience. I tried tying fly fishes one time, and I'm like, help, no, done. Like, patience for it.
I know how to get corn out of a jar. I can get that real good. I've got that mastered.
Squeezins?
Yeah, corn juice. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Deputy, you can go. Hey, just watch one of my videos. Let me think. I don't know if I can paste it here. Hey, if you go to my email, I can forward you what I sent to Floyd. There's this British guy that makes ships and bottles. Amazing.
Do you have it? Do you have it on your channel?
I didn't show him, but my email is on a few of my channels. I think I mentioned it in my live stream yesterday. Yeah, I did. Or one of my live streams over the last couple of days, where I'm trying to find a name for the new mascot.
Yeah,
I saw.
I seen it. It came up.
Yeah,
but I was kind of busy.
Yeah, that's right.
Trying to do.
I understand. I got so many. I shouldn't even be here right now. I got so many comments. I got to comment back to.
Well, I think I got about 4 minutes left on this video, and I'm gonna have to go.
Okay. Well, I got a company coming this afternoon. I hope to make a video at some point today. I don't know. We'll see. But find my email. Send me an email, and I'll send you that stuff. So.
Well, brother, that'd be great. Thanks for having us on. Thanks for.
No, man, my pleasure. It's nice. I didn't honestly last time I did this, nobody really jumped on, so I was like, I'll do it again. I was gonna do some work. If nobody jumped on, I was just gonna work.
You never know. The very first time I just was trying to do a practice, all of a sudden I had 22 people. Like, what? I didn't even know what the hell I was doing.
No, I
still don't. I seen it. I came in to comment, and you had already shut it up. I was like, wow, man, thanks a lot, dude. We have lives here. We can't just jump on in 6 minutes and 38 seconds for you to end it.
Right.
Oh.
Right.
If you could have just heard me fussing at you.
I'm just getting off.
Well, Floyd knows this, but I'm actually now on a regular once a week schedule, although every now and then at a convenient time, I will do 45 minutes to an hour, but I try to announce it so people know about it a few hours in advance. But my normal time is Saturday at noon, every Saturday at noon. So
that's what's killing me about like Acme. They do them interviews right now on Saturdays, and I'm always busy Saturdays at that time, and I'm like, I always gotta watch them afterwards. Like I can't.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
people that do the interviews are like, do it like during the week when I'm not that busy at night, not on Fridays and Saturdays. I get we're all home, and it's like,
I've only caught that a couple times, and now I'll probably never catch it. So whatever.
I want to invite you guys over to the Lawn Stars live stream at 8:30. If you haven't watched, wear your diapers, because I'm telling you, it's funny.
No, I've watched them. They're hilarious.
You got to watch this. I mean, there's no telling what they're going to do to us. Myself or Fire Marshal or Joey, they put us on the spot all the time, which is fine. We just got to take it off the cuff. So whatever comes up, comes out. Yeah. But don't let your kids watch. It's not a kid-friendly show.
Right. I have watched it before. So they're going to go live at 8:30, you say?
Yes, sir.
Let me check the calendar here, the RV calendar. Friday.
got a calendar for none of that.
Dude, you better get you a calendar so that you don't overbook yourself like we did last year.
Yeah.
7.
If you haven't watched Johnny Moe's video, go watch Johnny Moe's video about how important it is. And, he's right. I hate to agree with him, but he's right.
Oh, you
On
talking
most of
about
this
a calendar
stuff.
for the jobs?
Yeah, and
Oh, no,
your
I do
scheduling.
that. I'm just talking about a calendar for the YouTube world.
Dude, I got a wall calendar, and my wife gets so mad at me because I write so much stuff on our wall calendar. I'm like, so buy me another, here's money. Go get me another one of the scheduling books. And she's like, it doesn't do me any good because July, you throw it out the window anyway.
You need one of those business calendars that takes up half of the wall.
Yeah.
Each day of the week is about that big.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm not going to go there. Man, that phone's just going off today. I'm going to have 20 messages before it's over with the answer
They
back.
all want you to come and do cleanup plowing.
No, it ain't snowed long
We
enough.
had such a crappy fall here that I think spring cleanups are going to be ridiculous.
Well, like I said in the chat earlier,
Dude.
you may have missed it, but I said I think spring cleanup starts on Monday.
Yeah. As soon as it melts, we're going to start working. So
It's supposed to be 50 degrees on Sunday.
Yeah. I had a gentleman that I did 2 years ago, and this last fall season, he had someone else do it. And they apparently didn't do it well enough. He's like, man, I need you to come out and clean this up. He's like, it looks so bad after they got done.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm sorry that, I didn't call you, but I thought your rates were a little high. And that he says, but now I understand why your rates are high.
Yep. Yeah. And it's quality and pride in your work. That's the two key things,
You get what you pay for. And I told him that,
But, it's like I do scrapping, right? People will say, well, I got some scrap behind my garage. Come and get it. Well, I'll not only pick up the scrap, but if they got junk there like rotted out 2x4s that need to be burned or thrown away, I'll clean it all up and rake before I leave. And then guess what? Guess who they call or refer to their friends? Yeah. Because
And there ain't nothing wrong with scrapping. If you can make $1 at it, go for it.
I tell you what, the prices are terrible right now, but it is what it is. It's not my full-time job by any means, but I'm also a nurse, and I got Social Security.
It's a nurse. You're a nurse.
Nurse, yeah.
I'm just a pain in the butt.
Everybody gets mad at these larger channels that they're supposed to be lawn or care related and stuff. It's like, look at their description. It says a review channel. And he does happen to do lawn care, and he shows some of it sometimes, but his channel is mostly a review channel. And he's not out here telling you false facts. He's telling you what's worked and what don't.
Yeah.
But I like to pick on him once in a while and ask him if he's getting rid of his X marks for the Cub Cadets or the Ferris or whatever.
Oh,
and he always has a nice reply back. He's not. But I still love to pick at him.
Well, good.
And Jay's Crazy Cuts is another one that I watched, and he made some racks last year, and I've been waiting for over a year for the plans to come in because I'd like to make my own. I don't like to buy them. And ask him, for a copy of his plans, or at least just a drawing on a napkin so I can get some idea of how he done a couple of things, because I'm not an engineer. And I would like, to see how he's doing it and see what I could use to do it with. And
sure.
He just replied. I just got the notification he replied.
Speak of the devil.
Deputy's talking about me.
Maybe he's a lurker in this lounge here.
Yeah, I love those. Him and his wife are just such a trip on YouTube. The way they work together. Just it's funny that I asked my wife to work with me, and she says no.
Mine either.
No, she's like, no. I've seen how you push and how you do things, and I don't think I could keep up. And no, I'm not doing it.
I even tried to get my wife to try to do some office work. Like, hey, you want to be work in the office or something? Because she's not a big, she's trying to finish her degree and stuff. And I'm like, come work for me a little bit this year. And she's like, nope, I ain't working for you. We've been together 20 years. She's like, 20 years. We've never done one project where it doesn't end in an argument. It's like, I'm not working for you.
I got to tell you about this one. There's a channel. It's an RV related channel. Traveling down the banisters. I don't know if you've seen them, but it's Keith and his wife's name is Indiana, and they're always on there together. They're kind of a team. But I'll tell you what, if she starts giggling, oh my God, all of us, all 5,000 of us that are watching are on the floor pissing our pants.
I do like contagious. You were talking about the growth streams earlier. That the only them are probably the only ones that I've connected with on there that I actually like the RV ones, because I do camp a lot. Yeah,
I saw you on a couple of them last night.
And I'm like those the RV ones are fun, because I'm like, man, when I retire and me and my wife retired, that would kind of be a fun thing to do.
Hey,
because we've talked about doing a lot more traveling around the world.
Do good at what you're doing right now. Make boohoo money and retire early.
Oh.
We have our plans of retirement, and it doesn't involve Michigan snow or ice. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I'm gonna move somewhere like Mississippi where they don't tax our retirement and tax every dollar that you get from your 401ks and all of that good stuff that you've invested in. They don't tax all that. Just your property taxes and your sales tax at the store. Right. They're a little higher, but okay, fine. I'd rather pay them once than have them come in and pay them every month.
I'll probably keep this as home base, but I may just downsize. And
it all depends with me, because like when I've showed my kids the world, which is a good thing, but it's unfortunate. So right now, my oldest daughter's out in Colorado, which is killing me, and I don't know if she's coming back. For 10 years, that's where she knows. So, and my middle daughter, she wants to move back to Colorado when she graduates high school. So it's like, I told my wife, I'm like, we got to be flexible with being able to go anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
As I'm, I know our family's here, but it boils down to, like, I'm already planning for grandchildren. Everything I build has nothing to do with my kids. They're done. They're in high school. I'm like, I'm going to build a fort for my grandchildren. I'm going to build.
Right.
I'm to the point now that I'm looking at great grandchildren. So, hello, you guys make your own lives. I'm going to get in the motorhome and leave.
The best thing about grandkids is you can spoil them rotten and then send them home.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yep, for sure.
I get even with our kids all the time.
My parents were never right until I became a parent. No, they're always right. They're like,
yeah.
Oh, boy.
The wife not so much, but Papaw waits till about 10 minutes for them to be picked up to go home. And knowing they got a half hour to 45 minutes, they're going to be trapped in the car or the truck. And then I give them a bunch of sugar and loud toys to play with on the way home. The most annoying toy I can find with the flashing lights and loud noise.
My brother's a year younger than me, and he's got a couple of small ones. And his youngest had a birthday party a month ago, and I bought her one of those Spider-Man, and it shoots silly string out, and she sprayed it all over the house while we were there, and it was hilarious. It got all over the Christmas tree. It got everywhere. And I'm like, I was laughing so hard. He's like, dude, I got paybacks. I'm like, I'm going to buy you guys the most annoying stuff I can buy.
I'm about to start my coffee.
You can't get me back anymore. Mine are older.
Oh, man. Your Nissan the other day was so cute. I was dying laughing at that little bundle of joy. I'm like, oh.
She never stops. I record. The next time I bring her home and it's just me in the car, I should record it, because I told my wife, I'm like, I don't know why I drive her home by myself. She never shuts up. Like, I just want to listen to music and drive. My kids would have fell asleep, and it matters. It's a 20-minute drive to bring her home. And I'm like, my kids fall asleep, and she just talks. And she's just, oh, my gosh.
She's so cute.
She is. She's awesome. We have her probably. She spends the night with me and my wife probably once a month. We take her and hang out with her. My youngest daughter kind of plays with her, and I thought about it after I put her on, and I texted my sister. I'm like, hey, you don't mind if Brody's on, because Brody's on these YouTube videos, because I know how I'd feel if somebody did it with my kids when they were young without asking me, and I'm like, so she's cool with it. So I'm happy. But yeah, so she's definitely a redhead spitfire, that one. I ain't an only child, so she's gonna be a handful.
Oh yeah, but those are the best times. I have nieces and nephews. They're grown now and moved all over the world, but they still call me that crazy uncle.
Yeah.
The one that we done everything that we could that was possibly fun. And it wasn't like their mom. She was fun to be around with, and she was kind of adventurous, but
Right.
They're always different around their uncles and aunts and other people. My wife, my kids, sometimes get disrespectful with me and her, and I'm like, I don't know how. I'm like, your kids are always your problem. They're always nice to everybody else. That's how you judge if they're going to be a good person, is how they act around other people. When that, if they were at their uncles or their grandparents or friends, you're not getting those phone calls saying, oh, your kid's here breaking all my stuff. No, they're polite. How was they? How were my kids last night when I spent the night? Oh, they were polite and good. I'm like, well, that's nice for them to do it for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a phenomenon going on with this YouTube thing. Many of the channels that watch me have children who watch also, which is cool. I don't go way overboard. If there's some adult humor in there, it goes over their heads anyways. It's subtle for the most part. But they look forward to seeing me on YouTube, and there's a bunch of them. And these are kids I've never met, and probably, who knows, I may never meet them. But they call me Uncle Captain Jack.
Yeah.
And I'm blessed by that. It's like,
Oh yeah.
are you kidding me? I like that. Makes me feel.
We have kids that aren't even related to us that call us aunt and uncle, and I'm like, that's cool, and
yeah, they like you.
yeah, there's a couple of them that call my wife, Nana, and they're no more related to us than anybody, but because our grandkids call her Nana, she's Nana too, and and it's really cool.
I know when I do leave in the motorhome, I better bring nuts and candies and stuff like that with me, because these kids, if I do run into them, they're going to be expecting it.
And it's our fault because we spoiled them that way.
Yeah. Well,
I've got over because they know that grandpa and grandma are going to spoil.
Yeah. Well, I've got that candy dish that's in the rig. It's a squirrel, but I always have M&Ms and nuts in it and stuff like that. Oh, well, they've seen that on YouTube, so they're going to expect it.
Yeah. So are you using yard books there?
I am. I use yard books.
Do you like it?
I do. Could it be improved? Yes. So I like the idea that it keeps my clients, all my customers and stuff in there. I like invoicing off of it. The biggest thing I don't like is the estimate part. So like when I send an estimate to a customer, I want it to not look like an invoice. And it looks like an invoice, and it always says amount due at the bottom and stuff like that. And I hate that. And I don't know how to change it. I feel like there's a lot of things I still don't know about it. That's what it is. I'm hoping I don't know about it.
Right.
I don't want to pay for a service. I don't want to pay for QuickBooks. I don't want to pay for. I think there's another one that I saw on what video was it?
There's Jobber. There's LMN. But those are all paid prescription things. And the Jobber, when I looked at Jobber, I had 6 people that was involved in the business, and they charge you according to that, and how many you're putting on there. And I did their little registration thing, and included all these people. And what they wanted for me to do it with was just way too much, more than I was willing to pay for just a software thing. I'm like, no, you guys don't fit me. and they haven't stopped bugging me ever since then. And I've even asked them, please stop. I've explained to you that it doesn't fit our company. It doesn't fit our profile. We're downsizing and we're going smaller. And I don't want that monthly bill hanging over in the wintertime when I don't know what the snow's going to do, or, late fall. Like this last year, we got rained out so much in the fall that we didn't get our cleanups done. So
Right.
we started off the winter in the hole.
Yep. Yeah, I think most people here did too. I know. One of the bigger lawn care companies in our area was doing fall cleanups during the week of Christmas though, because we had a dry spell and the ground cleared up. But so yeah, and I agree. Like I was watching Spencer's lawn care the other day, and he was using some service to put a ball field or something, and I'm like, but you can tell it's a paid one, and I'm not there. I guess to me, Yard Books does what I need for the free version right now. I wish there was some things I could change on it, and I'm still learning it. Maybe I can, but. To me, it works fine, and I'm still very old school when it comes to everything else. I got a tablet behind me. I'm going to try to do the calendar and jobs and stuff done with that, and maybe I guess they got clock. You can have your employees clock in and clock out now on the Yard Book. So I got to look into that. So that'd be nice because right now they're just using old school time clock at the shop.
Yeah,
right.
We use time sheets.
Yeah.
And they write them down and write them in. It takes forever to go through there and figure out their hours per job,
We got several new people in the room.
I see that Claude's here now from Drone Effects. I got him from channel Walsh Farms.
Walsh Farms. I'm pretty sure I have Walsh Farms on mine. I hope I do.
I might have got a few of them from you, actually. Let's see. I know I got Claude from Will.
Claude, he's funny.
Yeah.
And Walsh Farms is also a friend of Captain Jack's too. Yeah, it's pretty nice that everybody's coming together. And it's just more than the lawn care community. It's all the communities are coming together.
Yep.
And I get a lot of these crafter ladies that, they come over and subscribe to my channel, and I don't know how to explain to them that I don't subscribe back subscribe because I'm not going to be one that's going to give you watch time.
Right. I'm not going to go watch your makeup tutorial.
I'm not quite ready to learn how to crochet.
I don't have the time for that. I'm trying to run a business, and the YouTube thing is more for prosperity. It's not for something that I want to try to make money on.
Right.
It's really kind of trying to spread the word to the younger guys a lot. Of what it really takes, and not candy coat it. And I'm not going to charge you $9.95 to show you what it takes to begin and have success. And then for me, it's starting over after a nasty divorce where she, I sold everything out to keep her from getting it because I'm an asshole like that. Excuse my French, but that's just the way it is. She didn't do nothing for the business, and she didn't help me build it. She didn't help me with any of the billing or anything. She went to nursing school and got out and whatever, and was making better. She thought she was making better money than me, but she had no idea. But to keep her from getting it, I sold the equipment off, give it away.
Done the same thing,
and moved and started all over again because I didn't want to be near an ex-wife.
Yeah, me and my wife, we just moving back to Fremont has been a big change in our life. We've been, used to military life for so long, and we're still adjusting and we're finding our ways, and it's rough. I mean, we're going on our 19-year wedding anniversary next Friday, and
oh, cool.
And we're trying to plan something for our big 20, going somewhere warm and tropical.
Congratulations.
Sparta. We're warmer down here than you are in Fremont.
But it's just a change of life. I've probably gained 15 pounds since I got out of the Army, which sucks. My back hurts now, and I know my back hurts because I'm fat. And so I got to get back into shape and eat healthier. And it's just so easy to go upstairs and throw in a frozen pizza now, versus being at work, especially during the winter times. There's nothing it's hard to do anything. I'm ready for spring. My equipment's waiting. It's all oil change. Everything's good. So it's like there's not much to do at the shop right now. And so it's just hard. So finding our way right now is our biggest problem. as a family. The kids are in school. She's working, but I don't like this stay-at-home dad title they're trying to give me. That's driving me nuts.
I just see another one of my friends, quote unquote subscribers, just stepped in. New Vision Security Services.
Yeah.
Welcome aboard.
Yeah. So I got to show you Jay's comment. It's not like he's going to give me those secrets and I already know it. But so he sends me these. Oh, where's it at? I might have moved. There's his comment. You see, he knows that I've been waiting for months.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to go to Louisiana and just take pictures of it and do it. I think that's what they want. But they don't know me when I get there. I might not want to leave. It's nice and warm down there.
I know.
Same here. Yep.
And I'm no stranger to a swamp, so that wouldn't bother me at all.
Before I leave, I'm going to say one more thing about our community. For me, I have, very, very many interests.
Orange birch.
I like snow plowing. I like lawn care. I like landscaping. I like scrapping metal. I like RVing. So for me, I've got a multicultural kind of sort of thing going on with. I get all kinds of people, homesteaders,
and I agree with you.
Like Walsh Farms.
Yep.
Love those channels.
And that's
I'm not a homesteader, but I love it.
I kind of am. That's what's weird because that's why I'm not a fan of how growth streams work, but I'm also a fan of how it got me connected to, I am a homesteader. I'm a little bit of a doomsday prepper type of a guy. I like farming. I like our camping, RVing. So going to those couple of growth streams that I have over the last week and a half, it helped me grow. And I understand what you were saying earlier, Deputy, and I agree with that because there's a lot of channels on there I'm not going to watch, but I will watch. I will watch those Walsh Farm ones and stuff because I do enjoy that.
Yes, me too. I've got to a point where, so if I lose some subscribers, big deal.
Yeah.
I'll get some more. I'm not worried about it. I'm just going to try to work on being me.
That's all you can do.
Real and enjoying it.
That's all you can do is be yourself.
Once it starts being a full-time job, I'll probably say, no, I don't want to do this. So,
I'm not going to come on here and pretend I'm something that I'm not. That's one thing I'm not going to do.
And we all need time to get off of it and go smell the roses at least a little bit.
I plan on getting off this thing 20 minutes ago. So
Right.
Well, I gave myself to noon, and I saw your live stream come up, and I said, I got to go there. I got to go see Floyd.
New Vision said he retired from Army last year. Thank you for your service, brother.
Thank you for your service. I didn't retire, but I got out after 10 years last year. And
Birch's is here too.
Yeah, Birch is here.
Good morning, Birch.
I like his channel is pretty good.
Yeah.
And thank you all for your service, Floyd. You and Deputy. I don't know if you were in the military.
Hey, give those thumbs up for me, guys. I need them thumbs up.
It's right over there. Right there.
Yeah.
Oh, I see it. Yeah.
That's one of the biggest accomplishments in my lifetime.
What was that? I missed it.
That's the honorable discharge. It hangs on my wall, and the other up there is there's a couple of people in that the Confederate generals of Lee that is family members from way back. So it's kind of sticks around the house. It was my grandmother's, and it was her mom's before that, and we kind of.
I know who would like to see that. And that would be Drew from Living History Comes Alive. He's another Michigander here. Great
Drew,
channel.
Drew from and Claude is too. Claude's in Michigan. Claude's from Drone Effects.
Is he? Okay. I wrote Claude down. I don't have him yet.
Yeah, he's a Michigan guy, and that's how we talked about it. He drives through Fremont once in a while because I think he's got a house in Ludington or Traverse City.
Okay.
Down towards the Grand Rapids area.
Yeah.
He kind of drives through the back roads up there.
Yeah. Drew's down by the Indiana border, but I expect to meet him in Kalamazoo next March.
Yeah, we're gonna have a big barbecue or something.
We will.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to get
to Mount Pleasant and burn it down.
I'm gonna have to get a 10 or 12 of those 30-yard dumpsters and clean up the mess on the farm, and push some trees out of the way to make a burn pile. But what the hell?
This is one of the things I got getting out humidor. I don't know if you can see it.
Oh,
Yeah, that's sweet. Yeah.
You know, that was I saw those little Cheyenne things in the gas station for the first time the other day. I don't want to get into those, but I like smoking cigars every once in a while.
Well, I love them. I'm hooked on them, and they're cheap. You know, $2 or so for a pack.
Yeah, you know, when I was in, they would include cigarettes in the
in the military.
MREs. Yeah, that was part of it. And then just as I was getting out, they quit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, putting them in. So
yeah,
it was an interesting time.
I'm going to. It's going to be about 2 weeks from now, but I'm going to be interviewing a military guy. He served in Korea, 2 Purple Hearts, and I'm going to save it for a surprise. Yeah. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting, 30-minute interview.
Maybe I don't got no Purple Hearts.
Me neither, because I didn't screw up to get shot. That's exactly what I'm going to tell you.
Right.
I deployed twice.
Sorry, but
and my first deployment was, I would consider, a war deployment. My second one was more of a garrison type thing, so I didn't really leave the FOB at all, which was fine.
Yeah.
So yeah, second one I played a lot of Fallout 4 on the Xbox, but. And that's probably when I got in my best shape too. I was pretty ripped after that deployment. You don't do nothing but lift. And
yeah. I was in good shape when I was in too. But when I went in, I was this raw, skinny kid from the swamps of northern Florida, and my first real set, where it's more than just one suit of clothes, came from the military, and I got a new suit that was tailor made. I never had that in my lifetime until I went in. So we were really. I used to be ashamed of that, but anymore I'm not so much ashamed of it, because my parents did what they had to do to get us through, and I think they made us better people for it, because we're a whole lot more accepting than some others, even from being from the deep South. They didn't teach us the same things that they were raised with. They kind of saw the light later in life too, and they taught it to us.
That's cool. That is cool.
So, yeah, people are saying that the South is dirty and all that. If you get to know us and come by and share, we'll share right down to the last bean.
Mm-hmm.
I live in Arkansas. I don't know why they've ever said the South is dirty. I mean,
I love it.
I've never, the only way I'd say the South is dirty is if you're, in Texas. Not just kidding.
You're going to get a lot of feedback on that one.
I don't have anything really against Texas. I like to pick on it because in the military, like 80% of the military is from Texas. And it's all they talk about how great Texas is. We're gonna leave the United States. They just get so irritating, like Ohio State fans. It's like, shut up, dude.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God.
So the last 7 years or 8 years you've beaten Michigan, big deal. How about all the years before that when we were just romping you? We don't mention that. We don't say, well, because that was past history. I get it. You know what I mean? But every year Michigan is still building. Yeah. Ohio State's going to have all their players graduate. It takes 7 years to get a Ohio State graduate out. I get it. I understand why. Mm-hmm. You want to keep them around, and you can't let them graduate because, you know what I mean? But their grades are just barely good enough to play ball. And our graduates, we get them out and we cycle them through in 4 years instead of 8.
I mean, don't we have like the greatest quarterback ever in football come out of Michigan? Doesn't he play for the Patriots? I
don't like him, but it's
personal
true.
Opinion about him. I think I could have quarterbacked for that Patriots team, and I'd be the greatest quarterback ever. But he did come from Michigan.
Yeah,
right.
He's a Michigan boy.
Yeah.
You know what I still want to see?
I'm not a big Brady fan. Don't get me wrong.
Me neither.
What I still want to see, even if they have to stage it, I want to see a quarterback take out one of those drones.
I haven't watched XFL at all.
Dude, I would.
All right, I've got to go. seriously.
Yeah.
So thank you for having me.
See you
Yeah,
later,
I'll
Captain
probably,
Jack.
I'll probably get off here in another couple minutes too.
All right. See you all in the next one.
We'll see you
I
in the
wouldn't
Yeah. Good afternoon.
I wouldn't suggest flying a drone over my place either and looking around because I have a lot of equipment and things like that sitting around, and um, there's a reason there's a fence there,
Yeah.
or it's tucked in underneath tarps and things to keep the weather off for one, but and the rain as much as possible. But I don't have a big barn yet and all that good stuff to stash it in. But I
Right.
still keep collecting. I don't know why. I just have this thing for old tractors, and some of them I know that I will never ever get around to fixing, but they still work and there's still valuable parts on them. And I hate to see them go to the scrapyard because someone got tired of it just sitting there.
Yeah, I'm thinking in the future I might try to buy an old tractor and fix it up. They do a lot of tractor days here in Fremont, and even a day of school for the high schoolers can drive their tractors to school. So
Yeah.
I think I want to try to fix up an old one day. I don't know. I don't know if I'll do it or not, but maybe one day.
The John Deeres and the farmers have the most parts available,
Yeah.
but the white tractors are the rarest. And there's a ton of parts here in Michigan for whites.
Okay. Yeah, I know
So,
nothing about it, so it'll be all learning experience.
yeah, do your studies. And if you get there and you need some help, let me know. Who knows? I might load up the old truck and some tools and drive over and give you a hand.
Sounds good.
I'm good about getting in the way and beating on things. I mean, I have Ford tools all over the place.
I'm not mechanically inclined much at all. So it's my car breaks down, I buy a new car. It's like, I mean, my dad taught me how to change the oil, change the brakes, maybe a tune up on old vehicles. New vehicles I don't touch, but
I'm
yeah,
going to tell you how you learn. You get out there and do it.
I know, and that's something I've committed myself to doing, learning some of that stuff, especially when it comes to fixing mowers and stuff, because I don't want to keep paying people. I want to do that stuff myself.
Claude says I can fly drones over them. You might be able to get it airborne and get over it, but you may not get it back. That's all I'm saying, Claude.
Does your drones have like bulletproof bottoms?
Yeah, are they? Yeah, are they 12 gauge proof? I mean,
Definitely be shooting them.
it's gonna be like, oh, there's a duck. Oh, wait a minute, that wasn't a duck.
Clyde's got some good footage of him flying his drones around up here in Michigan.
Oh yeah, Claude's fun. I like teasing him, picking at him. I don't do it on his stream, so when he's over here, I get to do it.
Well, gentlemen, I got to get going. I appreciate stopping in, Deputy. Everybody else.
Thanks for having us, brother. And I've got some
my
things
pleasure.
to do. And
you guys all came around.
good luck to you.
All right, you too. We'll stay in contact. We see each other every day on here somewhere.
Yeah, brother. If you need me, Google me and grab my number and give me a call. Send me a text first so I'll know that it's you.
All right.
So I'll answer the phone. I usually let it go to
voicemail.
voicemail.
Number on your channel?
No, but I think it's on my Instagram where I posted some cards and things that we got last year.
My subscription on some of my videos that I publish, like the episodes. So
yeah,
my number's down there. I think.
And if you DM me and ask me for it, I'll send it to you freely. No big deal.
Yeah, no worries.
All right, brother.
All right, we'll see you guys.
Peace.
Have a good day.